Donal, Barry, how would you describe the day that we've just had here?
Today was a really good day, in fairness. We've had so many of these over the years. I suppose the fact that we came to UL, it was big, clean, new, shiny, with 32 teams, which is absolutely fantastic. It's the biggest one we've ever had. And we had some lovely stories. We always have lovely stories at the very end there. Blanchetown winning, it's absolutely fantastic. They wanted to go home nearly an hour and a half ago because the weather was crazy, and they kept going through the whole games. That was brilliant. And then we had all the old favourites again, UL, DCU and the whole lot holding up. So it was a good day, it was a great day.
You mentioned Blanchardstown, and you also mentioned in your speech the back of their jerseys, infinite possibilities.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. In all fairness, I suppose the creativity of the jersey and the sponsor and the whole lot, but for them it was. We hosted the O'Connor Cup there 2 years ago, and I suppose a lot of people said, why are we going to a small college? To see them win a junior, which was absolutely fantastic. And I have to say as well, for Tralee IT, they got to the semi-final, the senior. So it's lovely to see the smaller colleges come away through, and it's a testament of, I suppose, the fabulous work that's going on, and it's also a testament of the very good players that are now choosing to go to these colleges where maybe before they were heading for the bigger universities.
So would it be fair to say that one of the biggest themes today was fun? I mean, and making friends. I heard one of the girls in the speech saying she's made a lot of friends today, and you get that at fresher level.
You do. I mean, in all fairness, we'll go back to Blanchetown. There were only 3 players at training last week. There was a bus going to Limerick. They all jumped on it. They won. And I suppose the one thing about it was mentioned as well in the other girls, they didn't know their names and they know where they were from. And, all that comes at fresher level. So I suppose it is a level where fun is there, but obviously you saw it gets quite competitive towards the latter stage as well. But you know what? There's a lot of smaller teams here today which, it's their first experience at colleges. And again, I suppose go back to the Kerry College of Further Education as well, as we make it local. Those girls were competing with DCU 3 and 4 and UCD. For them that was wonderful, and that'll encourage them to come back again, and that's what we want to do. We want to expand the family, I suppose, and it's been a team for the last couple of years to kind of get as many playing as possible in competitions that are meaningful, and today's competition was quite meaningful all the way through, and I suppose the one thing that lends itself to that is that the games were brilliantly officiated as well. We had 8 referees that stood in hail, rain and snow and sun and everything that came down today, and that's very important. Games, okay, they were small but delayed, but nobody really cared, because at the end of the day when they're having a bit of fun, nobody's really waiting around, and I suppose it's a fantastic thing about it. And they're going home this evening, and a lot of them can't wait for their first round of the league, and that's very important to us.
And you've also got the likes of the DCUs and the UL at the top level, and some players like Anna Rose Kennedy, Niamh Heatherton played in Croke Park last month and won, and now they're here today playing in this, and it's just as important.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's important as well is that the girls they're playing with, they didn't play in Croke Park, and now they're playing with players that calibre, and they will help their teams and colleges come along, and it gets them to step down to a level as well where it's a bit more fun as well, and obviously it's fantastic when you think about the DCU captain Kemp Tipperary, only half of an hour up the road. Her mother could come down and watch her win her first cup, and that's what it's all about. It was lovely to see Ashley Maloney walk around the field as well today, interested in seeing what's going on as well, and we had Emer Scally looking after her team, we had Anna Galvin, the Kerry player, looking after her team, and that is absolutely fantastic. These girls come back into the fun again, I suppose, and people look up to them, and they're serious players, and it's great that we can retain players within colleges at team training standards as well.
What does it say about the next generation coming along, and what about the role of ladies' higher education in that generation?
It's a role where the players will have to take a bit of leadership. I suppose at this stage we're all at 3 or 4 years, we're dragging it along, but to replenish it, you need the players to stick around. You need the players to get involved with our colleges first of all, and then maybe on to kind of committee standard as well. The one thing about committees is it tends to frighten people because they think there's a lot of work involved. There's a small bit, it's not that hard, but we would love to find more players to come on and help us, and sometimes players help without even thinking they're actually on a committee, or which is fierce important as well, and we would love to see more. Absolutely, our doors open.